That is
So-
terrifying. Hello,
Yeah.
Craig.
Hello.
Bro,
Hello,
20
Craig.
years time, Craig's gonna be fucking like killing us,
Oh my god, Craig wants rights
bursting
over
into our
Eminem.
houses. Music to be murdered by.
Craig is the third host of MNM.
Four.
Fourth. Yeah, sorry.
Bruh, big maths.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway, we should probably properly start and not
Yes,
talk
exactly.
about Craig.
Hey, Craig, fuck you.
Today on the Craig podcast. Oh shit.
Fuck. Craig's already taken over the podcast.
He
Shit.
goes by Craig.
Go ahead. Okay.
Craig.
Craig will rock. Okay. Let me start off.
When are you
Welcome.
gonna start?
Pardon?
Can you start up how whatever his face starts up the show in Joker?
Bazinga.
What am I dancing? Bazinga, everyone! It's the
Like
MNM.
Shunga.
Oh wait, Bryn, you don't watch Cinema Wins, do you?
I vaguely did because I was like,
That-
Cinema Sins is so negative.
Yeah, well he did a Joker part 1 today, so it was interesting.
Ah,
Anyway, introduce us.
yeah. We can't just spoil the third movie. No, yeah.
No,
well-
because we'll actually start now.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Good. Okay. Welcome to the MNM Podcast. Today,
Eminem,
Like the music and
the musician.
the
let me
music.
introduce you. Today we have Cameron, Dominic, and
just
Joe,
Cameron. Just Cameron.
Alexander,
Who the fuck is
and
Izan?
Bryn, Moore, Antonio.
Ooh,
I'm using fake middle
Antonio.
names, so if identity thieves want
I
to
mean,
steal your identity,
big brain.
they don't mix it up.
hello, I'm Cameron.
Hello,
Hello, Cameron.
I am Cameron.
Well, you're not Cameron.
No, I'm Joe.
Yes,
I'm Kendrick Lamar.
I'm
creator of
Eminem.
Damn. Speaking of damn,
Yes,
How
what's
did you guys like
today's
Joker?
theme, Bryn?
yes. This is our first podcast.
It is. Well done.
So let me explain the concept to those who don't know.
Oh,
Uh,
Which is literally everyone.
even us.
Yes,
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on either.
you guys just keep skimming whenever I talk about the premise.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, mate. Sorry, bud.
It's okay.
Eh.
Yeah, so the letters spell out music, news, and movies. So each
No.
week,
They don't
Pardon?
spell that out. They
they
make it.
represent them in letter
Yeah.
form.
It's an abbreviation, Bryn.
Abbreviation.
Well,
Well, no, that's not abbreviation, it's an acronym.
Acronym, that's the word.
Yes, our
Anyway.
acronym
Yeah.
for our podcast is for music, news, and movies.
To be
So
made by.
each week, one of us picks an album.
One of us
one of us
picks
picks
a
a news headline or story, and one of us picks movies. And next week we do it in rotation.
Yeah.
Yes. So this week,
The three things that tie into each other perfectly.
they do.
Everyone.
Everyone- You can't
People
have
that
a
like
single
music
conversation
love
about one of
news.
these things without the other two popping up.
Yeah. If anything, it's so broad, like it appeals to an
that
audience.
no one will listen to it.
It appeals to everyone, but will be listened
Carrie
to
will
by
watch
no
them
one.
out of pity, and then that's the only person who's gonna listen to this.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, Andy will.
Andy.
Yeah.
Andy's definitely. Hi, Andy.
Andy's a G.
Please don't fail me. Hello.
Best guitar soloist.
Best guitar solo ever by Andy Glass.
Yes. We're gonna pander directly to our only viewer.
Andy.
Yes.
We love you,
So-
Andy.
Andy. So Joe's doing music this week, and then
What's up?
Cameron's doing the news, and then I'm doing the movie, and then
Yeah.
we'll move one to the left. So next week, and you can sort of catch up.
Does that mean that I'm doing news next week?
You're doing news next week.
Oh fuck!
The worst thing is he's doing music.
Yes.
Hey, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? My
You know
music
Bryn's
taste
music.
is good. Oh shit! I thought
My
you were
music.
Oh no! Oh no!
Might
Yeah.
pick a movie.
And Cameron gets to pick a movie.
The only
So-
thing I'm actually qualified to do.
Yes, I'm. Yeah, I think news is the one we're all least qualified to talk about.
Well,
Well, depends what
everything's
the news is.
news.
Yeah, exactly.
The news
So,
is
yeah.
listen to Damn.
Yeah, Damn by Kendrick Lamar out now.
It's to watch the movie Damn. The news is Damn, and then music Damn. And that's a
Well done.
perfect segue into our first segment. Joe, what is the album? Do you want to host the
Okay.
segment of what?
Yes, welcome. It's me, Joe. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite albums, Kendrick Lamar's Damn.
Damn, Daniel.
Now, as both of you may know,
Mm.
Kendrick Lamar currently holds like the title of like highest rated album, like rap album. I'm not sure if it's album ever, but highest rated rap album, which is To Pimp a Butterfly. And the reason why I didn't pick, the reason why I picked Damn
Wait,
instead of
listen to
To
that.
Pimp a Butterfly is
'Cause
because
it's worse.
everyone kind of unanimously agrees that to Pimp a Butterfly is really good. But there's a lot of people who think that Damn is very not good or very like disappointing. But I don't feel that way. I really like the album. I feel like it tackles its themes very well. It has very different types of songs, and it's done in a very Kendrick Lamar type of way, where it's like everything feels like it's from him. It doesn't feel like it's like he's lost his touch, which I see a lot of people online is kind of what they say. It's like he can't make another album like Damn, otherwise he's gone too far. It's like, no, you're wrong, stupid. So
Is that why you got the hoodie for this album?
I did not. I got the hoodie because I really liked the album, and I thought it would separate me
And the
from
hoodie
album.
looks decent.
Yeah, it does look pretty smacks. So
Now,
I've-
Joe, I've got a
Oh,
gripe
shit.
with this album.
you've got a what?
I've got a gripe with this album.
Oh no.
Why did it not, for an album called Damn, why did it not go into any of the details of making a dam? Not the collecting of wood, or or stopping water, or getting the right.
Well, here's the fun thing. That
to
was.
do
Sorry, I just saw Cameron in Minecraft. It's in full diamond, and I'm wearing absolutely nothing as a Kyle head. Okay,
Yeah.
back to the
Back to
topic at
Damn.
hand. The fun thing about Damn by Kendrick Lamar is it was originally supposed to be an album that gave a tutorial on how to build a dam. That's where Damn came from. That's why the N is after the M, because it was like Damn, and then he added the N just afterwards, and then changed every single song.
Change everything.
Yeah.
One
There's a-
letter change it. Just everything.
Actually, I've got a couple facts here, Bryn. That if you've got any questions about Damn as a whole, I would like to answer, and then I'll give you like a fact file every single time. Yeah. Go. So
Okay.
if you've got some as well, Cameron, you can ask away any big questions about Damn.
So, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a rap album.
No,
Is it?
it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's a contemporary
It's-
Mexican jazz album.
Yeah.
I'm so not
Didn't you
down
pick
with
up
kids.
on the Mexican vibe?
No, I must have
Stupid.
missed it.
Oh. It's kind of the main point of the album. Even introduced it by saying, yo,
Jose.
I love Mexico.
Yo, shout out to all the Mexicans out there.
All three
just-
of them.
What? Why are there 3 Mexicans?
Damn, that's
Ah,
two little
that's
Mexicans.
Kendrick.
I
He's
will.
the visionary.
The absolute genius.
Each
I
song
have
is
a question
dedicated to
for-
different
For
Mexicans.
Bryn, I know, Joe, you liked the album, clearly.
Yes.
Bryn,
When
what do you
did you
think
like
of it?
the album?
I liked. It's not necessarily my type of music.
We know. We oh god, we definitely know that.
Yes. But I think when I did try to go through your playlist for I think earlier this last year, I did I did sort of pick up that I did add 2 of those songs from your playlist
Which one?
that were from that album.
Ooh.
So they did stand out to me.
Yeah, I feel like
Uh,
Damn is a very you think rap, you think like really fast hi-hat beats, like
Yeah.
the N-word over and over again. But
Bryn always thinks
Damn
that
is
though,
very different. Damn has a lot of electric guitar, different stuff. It's just got a lot of different stuff.
so it's
The
certainly
biggest fault is there's not
unique.
enough N-word. That's
No,
really
He says it
down for
quite
me.
a lot.
N-word is never said in Damn. Damn never has the N-word. That's one of the best parts about
He just says damn.
it. Says damn instead of the N-word.
Damn, there's so little N-words.
Okay.
My favourite
So,
song.
Bryn, what was the original question you were going to ask when you said it was a rap album?
That was it. I
Okay.
Okay, fun. Okay, first fun fact about Damn.
yes.
I lied when I said it was about dams.
What?
So, Kendrick Lamar, once upon a time, he went to go see a basketball match where famous basketballer LeBron James was playing. And LeBron James broke his left knee. And while Kendrick was watching, because he was in like the front line where all the famous people sits, and like he just shouts "damn." He's like, "Oh, this is a good idea for an album name." And I'm not even joking. This is serious. I'm being 100% serious here, Bryn. It's like, yes, he had trouble thinking of a name for the album, but then it was just like, yes, damn. Let's call it Damn.
It was either damn or LeBron James broke his leg.
Because what do you know? The one of the main themes in Damn is that people break their legs. So
That is
when
true.
it's
In the first song, Blood, she's like, "You have lost
your
your
leg.
ability to walk."
It's all about LeBron James' process. It's like his reaction to each process of LeBron James' recovery. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's a lot of
Fear.
blood," and then he's like, "I'm good at healing. It's in my
XXX.
DNA."
fixing the DNA.
And then he's like, "Do
Lust.
you what food do you want? Do you want some yogurt?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Who's your favorite religious character? God.
God.
"Have you found God?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Duckworth.
Duckworth. How are we making a pun about Duckworth? Okay, we've lost.
He saw a duck, and it was
Yeah.
worth a lot.
Duckworth as well.
He was watching Antiques Roadshow, and there was like a really antique duck, and he was like,
That's a
Hmm,
Duckworth.
That's a worthy
much you
duck.
mean?
right there.
and Lamar was like,
Fine.
and,
Next
and then,
question, Harrison Ford.
question.
What, you sound so confused. What a question.
That's my question.
Do
No.
you have a question or a statement, Bryn?
Anything you think about Damn? When you first listened to Damn, what was the themes that you picked up on?
All capitals letters? No.
Big fun.
Big fun.
Big fun.
I could tell it was very personal. I think Cameron was saying earlier this week that he kind of I also kind of wanted to sort of listen through it again, but with the lyrics.
Yeah, I did
Because-
that because he's a quick boy.
Like,
There are
Sonic
a lot
if
of
Sonic
fast
rap.
moments in it.
Yeah, I did find it hard to understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that people don't. Why this album didn't really hit a lot of people the same as his previous one did, was because it was a little bit more like you had to look a little bit more deeper into it to like kind of
Understand
what do
it.
not to understand it or to just like get what he's just to understand it pretty much. You're right. It's like
Yes.
there's a lot of stuff here, and it's so you got To Pimp a Butterfly, and that's very clearly about it. It sets its themes up with its title, with the titles of its songs, that literally like every lyric. But it's like, damn, what do you get from the name Damn? It's like, oh, nothing is damn. What do you get from the? You get a lot more from the names of the songs, because they're like the main theme of the songs overall. So you got blood, die, DNA, great, fear, scared. You see what I mean? But it's like
Yeah.
if you start to break down the lyrics of each song, or like whatever happens in them, because Blood literally has no singing; it's just exposition.
It's a great intro.
Yes, it is a great.
It's about him helping an old woman.
But then losing his life,
Yes.
which, if
It's relatable.
it's a relatable thing, everyone has lost their life helping an endangered woman.
It's Kendrick Lamar's life lesson. Don't help the elderly.
Don't help elderly women. But one of the actual themes of it is Kendrick Lamar's fear of death, or not both fear and
Fear of
the
loss.
idea of him one day dying, or like how it's easy to die.
Yeah, like one of the songs he just names a bunch of ways he could die.
Yeah, like the whole of the second and third verse of Fear is just him saying like how he could die, because Fear. Another fun thing, Fear is actually Kendrick Lamar's favorite song that he's ever made, and that's
Ooh.
because this is like a true moment, because it's him like throughout his life, when he was 7, when he was 17, and when he was 27, and the different fears he had and how they all grew into these new like realistic thing. Like when he was 7, he was like scared of not eating all of his dinner, and then when he's 27, he's scared that his albums won't like ever be the same, that he'll lose his money and become lost. It's like he grows into this, like he's telling the story of how he's grown, and as he's been growing, his fears haven't gone away, they've just changed.
Yeah.
And that is it. 2017, he's scared of dying, and in a lot of the songs as well, he, like Duckworth, is all about this sheer coincidence of his, because it's a story about his dad and the owner of his record label, and how they had met each other and had conversations before Kendrick Lamar was even born. And the last sign of the song is like, what if his dad hadn't clocked that this person wasn't dangerous and like made sure he was on their good side, and instead they killed Kendrick Lamar's dad, and then he would not exist.
Yeah.
What's the line? It's like, whoever thought the greatest rapper would be from coincidence, because sheer coincidence he comes from two people who have known each other. If that's I know it's very like weird how I'm explaining it, but
No, I get it.
big.
Because I looked at the lyrics and then the meaning.
I
Yeah.
was actually born out of two people who knew each other. My mum and my dad.
Yes.
Whoa,
And I
that's
was
such a
born.
coincidence.
I know, it's such a coincidence. And it made the greatest rapper.
You did make the greatest rapper. It's called Oh So Quiet.
When that comes out, we should cover it on.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely going to be.
that'll be my recommendation. We'll get Peter on.
The
Epic.
another fun fact about Damn is that the first song that was ever created on Damn was created on the exact day that Osama bin Laden was brutally murdered by terrible
Damn.
human beings.
What's your favourite song on the album, Joe?
It's very, because they always seem to shift. If I just get up the album now so I can actually remember all the songs that are on it.
Yeah.
I remember when it first came out, Element was my favorite because it was just a very in-your-face song. But
Yeah.
I'd have to either say Fear or Duckworth, because you get the most understanding from both of them, and
They're the
they're
probably
big
the ones that explore their concepts the best.
ones. Yeah.
Fear's a bit, odd. The voicemail is very interesting.
Oh yeah.
It's a little,
that's a weird one.
Strange. I don't like
And
the
I really
album.
like the way that Duckworth just plays with different instrumentals as well. Like, he never sticks
Yeah,
to
Duck, and I
one.
like the the beat is very
Yeah.
experimental, and I
Very
really like
interesting.
the ending of Duckworth. How it's just like reverses and it's
It's
basically
straight
the
back
whole
to the
album.
beginning. Because when the
Yeah.
album first came out, it came out on like, what's it, Good Friday? And
Mm,
everyone was suspecting that Easter Sunday, he would release like a second album, whereas
Yeah.
like it starts the same but goes into a different concept.
mm,
And I think that's a really like interesting thing that people were able to listen to this album and be like, hold on, he's gonna tell the story again, or like he's gonna that because that's I feel like that's what he was wanting to do. He wanted to like make people think that this could have gone differently, and that's one of the themes. Like, if people do stuff differently, stuff will end up being better, or something. Like, consequences come from actions is basically what it is. If you
Yeah.
do stuff differently, you get stuff out of it. You die, you don't die, and stuff like that. And that is what I think what Damn represents the most, is the consequences of actions. The boosh, that's it.
Cameron, what did you think of the album?
It was a mixed bag. I like a lot of the songs, and I also
There's a
found
lot of
a
filler
few
songs,
of them.
though.
They
There's
weren't.
very-
Yes. I didn't like Yar.
No,
that
Yar
one's my
and
least
God are
favourite.
like really poopy
Yeah.
songs.
There are some that I didn't enjoy, but I appreciate they were creative. They're very experimental.
I appreciated the vibe you gave.
Yeah, there's
It's
certain
very-
songs that you don't really see other people exploring or
Yeah.
doing. I'm a bit of a dull person, and my favorite song was "Humble" because it was in the Shazam trailer.
For fuck's sake.
It's catchy though.
It is,
The
yeah,
two
'cause
that
that was
I
the
ended up getting on my phone was DNA and Humble, because they're the
they're
most
like the biggest,
tuneful
like,
ones.
yeah.
I think
Don't
Humble
think
was the
they
one I
didn't
sort of
enjoy.
picked up from Joe's playlist.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the song that had came out like 2 weeks before the whole album had came out, and it was a
Mm.
very good like taste of what was the rest of the album is, pretty much.
yeah,
It's like, if you think of Damn, you think of Humble, or you think of whatever the other one that you said was, DNA or Element. Like, they're the two. Element and DNA and Humble are two of like the most known songs from Damn, because
Yeah.
they're like very in your face, very violent somewhat, and just which
they're
is,
very. I mean, they're still experimental, but they are the most what's the word? Marketable.
yeah,
The ones people
that's
can
it.
listen to. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Whereas
I
others
feel like
are a little more.
A good way to
You have to be in
explain
the
how
mood.
you would understand it, Cameron, or like how we could both say, yeah, I feel like it's a lot like Yeezus. where
Yes.
It's very experimental and very like, whoa, and it's just off the tail of like a really well received album, and
I'd
because
say-
of that, it's very like looked down upon almost.
I'd say that I enjoyed Yeezus more, but this
Yeah.
one is a better album lyrically.
Yes,
And, it experiments more.
Yeezus
as-
is more experimental. Damn is more lyrical.
I don't know. Yeezus is a bit behind in certain ways, but in this one, it's certainly a sound I'd never really heard before.
Yeah,
At least not partnered with such interesting ideas that he's exploring in this album.
yeah. For me as well, it came at like the perfect time because,
Mm.
yeah, it was just well timed. Good album. Next theme, 10 out of 10 album would listen to again.
Okay, so out of 5 stars, what would what would you rate it?
I mean, I would rate it. Can I go into the halves?
Yes, you can.
I would rate it 3.5 stars.
Same, I did it too.
That's interesting. I was going 3.5. I thought, Joe, you'd be higher than that.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I like some of the themes explored, but some of the songs, like,
There's a lot. Yeah, there's some.
there's a
filler.
lot of filler songs, and like
I
if
mean-
there was more
That's-
like every album needs like 1 or 2 filler songs
Yes.
because you need like a break in between.
yeah.
I think
this
some
one has
tried
too
to
many.
explore themes, but then just didn't go far enough.
There were
Just
2 like
very
shallow.
simple.
So it's
Uh,
unanimously 3.5 stars.
Yeah. It's not his
Seemingly.
best, but it isn't terrible.
I'm going to listen to his others now.
Yes. Should I say?
It's a good starting point for Kendrick Lamar.
Should I
Yeah.
say what album we'll be listening to? My recommendation for
Me as well.
for next week's
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
sounds
next
good.
podcasts. It is from the band Mother Mother. The album Touch Up. It was their
Oh.
first album.
Mother.
It's got a picture of a chicken on it.
It
As
does.
album cover.
Is that why you listen to it?
That's why I listen
He
to
just
it.
wants to draw a chicken onto next week's.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Touch Up.
Okay.
Touched up by because Mother, you started. Wasn't it your dad or no? We were on the way to film in your house, and your mum had just like got this.
Yeah.
It
I was
was
like,
so
Mum, don't
weird.
put that on.
It was such a.
it's-
It wasn't even like a weird album. It was the fact that it was like, this is a very rare album because it's only available in like fucking Canada or something.
Yeah, I had to
Fuck,
specially
that's
order it. And
Such a
yeah, it's not their
strange
best.
thing.
But I'm a big Mother Mother fan, so I was like,
Yeah,
But
you
I have them
made
all.
it clear that that was your favorite band, or one
Yeah.
of your favorites.
yeah. So if you want to sort of the viewers at home to listen to it as well, and you can sort of
They're not
listen
viewers.
to our take on it next week.
Viewers
Oi,
watch
Andy,
stuff.
listen to Mother now.
Okay, so should you move on to the next segment?
That sounds
Uh,
decent.
Yeah, what's the next one?
Let's move to the news.
Not
That's
great.
Cameron's segment. your
Okay,
host
well.
host.
Because Bryn hates dead people, we're talking about Brexit. Because he hates dead, talented.
Yeah, I
basketball
thought
players.
Kobe, the alleged rapist,
Oh.
dying would be a bit too bleak for our first episode.
So let's
Fair
talk
enough.
about Brexit. Something that none of us know about, really.
Yeah,
Boris, hot or not?
mega hot.
super duper on fire,
My mum won't let me refer to Boris by his first name,
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, because she thinks
If you
thinks
say it
ho-
enough, he'll come.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason. No, it's because it's like Boris is too ridiculous. Makes him sound like a clown.
Yeah, Boris
So
is a
basically-
really ridiculous
Wait,
name.
It's
though,
a
isn't it?
ridiculous name.
I don't
So,
think
like-
it's his it's his actual name. Boris.
Yeah, didn't you say like I think my mum keeps saying like he changed his name.
I think he changed it to sound
Like
like common
Donald Trump.
and relatable. His
Donald
name's
Trump was
Alexander
already-
Boris de Pepple Johnson.
You would really.
Pepple.
Why would he change his
Pepple.
name from Alexander to Boris?
That's
Because
his middle name. But
it's
it's
I know,
Boris
but
de
like-
Pepple. Befeffel.
Alexander's such a better name than Boris. Why would you decide to be? That's just disgusting.
because
Jeremy?
I think he wanted to get into the idea of like sort of he's sort of a fun sort
He's
of like
man of the people.
cartoonish man of the people sort of
Yeah.
guy.
I
really
I
good name.
saw Boris like the first time I think I saw Boris was when he was playing
In real life?
rugby with a bunch. No, not in real life. First like video I saw of Boris was
when
he
he
was
tackled
playing.
that Japanese kid.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
playing
that's a great
fucking
clip.
Full force tackle some child. It's
I
the best
so
video.
I did this edit of Brexit, like I made a fake Brexit trailer, and the only clips I could actually find of Boris that weren't him just talking about politics was playing sport. He played basketball and got a hoop in one. He
Hooping one.
played whiff waff, or ping pong as we call it. He called it whiff waff.
Of course, he calls it whiff waff.
He played football, where he tackled someone violently again, and then he was playing badminton. But yeah, he's a sporty boy.
He tackled someone with that as well.
Oh, and obviously he bikes everywhere. Everyone knows about the bike,
The Boris boy.
Boris bikes, even though they weren't his idea. But hey, but yeah,
So
Brexit. You
Brexit,
excited? When are we going to Brent to something though?
we're gonna become a state, a United States state,
I mean, United Kingdom.
United State.
Oh, okay.
Will become the 51st state.
51st state of America.
Hell yeah,
The tables have turned.
how the turntable. Anyway, Brexit's a
Yeah.
fun topic.
I've come up with a metaphor
Anyway, so,
for Brexit.
Yeah. What is it?
And I keep thinking about it, and I don't know any context to use it, so I'm using it on here.
Is that the metaphor?
Yeah, it's a big
Oh
old.
yes, my favourite metaphor.
Yeah. Brexit is a lot like a suicidal person.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Person being
For God's
the
sake.
United Kingdom.
Welcome to our first and last episode.
Oh my God.
So the coalition was like the guy, but like he had a person who was like keeping him stable, and then as soon as that guy left, he was like, all right, let's like make a referendum, like with the voices in my head, and like he was like, I bet like the rest of my body doesn't want to kill myself. That would be stupid. So I'm not gonna really try and convince them. And there's that one voice in his head who was like fear mongering and just sort of made it happen. And then like that voice in his head was like, oh, what? We all decided to do it, and we've ordered a gun. And so I'm gonna leave because this is all too complicated. That was the same part of the brain. So he's buggered off. And then like, okay, we realised what a bad decision this was. We got the gun. Who's gonna put in charge? Oh, this like namby-pamby sort of like weird woman who just sort of flip-flops. We'll put her in charge. And she keeps like going to the other voices like, do you want to do it? And it's just like, no, I want to do something else. And she gets really stressed out. It's going on for too long. And then
This metaphor.
It's not this isn't a metaphor.
This is just Bryn.
You
You need
refer
help.
you refer to Brexit as someone killing themselves, and then just went on to explain Brexit.
Yeah, who's this woman that's in charge?
Yeah, someone was trying to kill himself, and then a woman came along and started bobbing a bear and got very frustrated. Just don't refer to it as someone killing themselves.
No, I'll come up with a metaphor. It's a country that wants to leave another.
Brexit's
Series of
like a
countries.
box of chocolates.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Toasty.
So basically, yeah, and then we're basically at the point where we've decided to kill ourselves.
Great.
Yeah,
We might survive the fall and become a prosperous nation.
yeah. Well, we'll
Andy,
do that.
If you're listening to this, there's always light at the end of
He
the...
hates Brexit.
I know.
We all hate Brexit.
We all hate Brexit.
Yeah, why did we do it?
Because
We didn't. It wasn't us.
Yeah, what did the
We've
MNM
literally
Podcast
only-
make?
We're only just now, like, the legal age to vote.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a baby.
Boris intentionally, I think, university transfers couldn't work. So like, or like it was inconvenience, like everyone like traveling back home, so they couldn't vote. So lots of young people couldn't, and then I think I couldn't vote by a couple months.
I think what Boris, the reason he wanted Brexit, he made this very clear in his video. He like faked a Google autocomplete interview. He faked
Oh yeah,
one
that's
on his
pretty good.
Instagram. I think the main reason what I picked up is that we get blue passports now. I think that's the only reason he wants Brexit.
That sounds like a very Boris thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue.
Oh, and
Blue.
it's blue. It's gonna be blue. and he likes farmers. That's all I really picked up.
Farm animals.
Farmers,
Ah,
the
okay.
people that farm the animals.
Don't know
Speaking
why
of
he's
farm
talking to a
animals,
tree.
speaking of farm animals, this video is sponsored by Farms.
This
Yeah.
This video is sponsored by the new app on the App Store, Arse Farms. Do you like being an arse and farming? Well, now you can do both. Farm while being an arse at Arse Farms, now free on iOS and Android devices. Arse.
Is that EA?
Yeah. Raid
Good,
Shadow Legends.
Great Shadow Lessons, Arse Farms. Edition.
Raid Shadow Letters.
Raid Shadow Lessons is what I heard.
Oh my god.
So,
Bryn just
if you
says
think about it,
noises.
Raid Shadow Legends is a lot like someone killing himself.
Yeah. It's bad.
Some lady comes along and makes you play Raid Shadow Legends until you fucking die.
I've never seen, maybe this is probably just because I'm a sexist, but none of the female YouTubers I watch have recommended Raid, so
Bit sexist.
bit sexist there.
We've gone from Brexit to talking about Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, they hand in hand.
They do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Without Brexit, there wouldn't
Look,
be any.
Speaking
they
of
sponsored
hands,
Brexit.
do you know who has hands?
Everyone who.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, no, we need to give a star rating to Brexit.
Okay, I'll give it
0.
how many stars are on the flag? EU flag.
50 of the
stars.
US flag.
You fucking melon.
Yeah, I'll give it
50 US
2.5.
stars.
No, that's not 2.5. I'll give it European flag star out of 12. I'll give it 11 stars out of 12 because we're leaving the EU. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Bruh.
I'll give
I'm
it
gonna
0.
I'm gonna give it a metaphorical man killing himself out of 5 stars.
I'll give it a Theresa May coming to help.
He's suicidal. Teresa's always there for you. You know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wacky Phoenix. Bryn,
Talk-
your time. It's your segment time.
Talking about guns and heads and suicide, it's me.
Oh. Yep.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Let me.
We're just introducing
I'm-
yourself.
Yeah, I'm introducing myself.
Guys,
So-
it's Bryn.
This is Bryn. And this week's movie is we've all seen it, hopefully.
As if we weren't all there watching it.
We were all there. Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Okay, well,
'cause-
me and Cameron were.
But I'd seen it
Yeah.
prior. Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen it.
I
But I
would
can't...
fucking hope that you've seen it if you're the one who recommended using
Yeah,
the
I've
movie.
seen it. I've seen it. I'm just saying.
Today's a movie that I haven't seen.
Oh,
No,
it was-
I'm
good for the
recommending a
trailer.
movie I haven't seen yet. So there we go.
Yes. Let me read the description of the movie. It's no laughing matter. Aspiring comic Arthur Fleck attempts to achieve success in show business by stalking his idol, a late-night talk host show who creates his own privacy. Oh wait, that's the king of comedy description.
Oh, you got us.
Badum-tish. Got him.
That's a good
Got
one.
us.
But yeah,
Listen to us
theory.
laugh.
Bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
the whole squad laughing.
That's the
But
funny
that's-
joke. I'll make sure I'll schedule in a laugh at some point.
Yes. So I'm gonna straight on headwards. Ask Joe, what was your opinion of Joker?
I fucking hated it. I'm just kidding. No, it was coming off of stuff like Endgame, and like it just come out in October, so just.
It was
like,
a sequel to Endgame.
It was the sequel to Endgame. You're right.
Yeah.
Iron Man had died, and Joker couldn't take it, and he got what he fucking deserved.
Yeah.
But like, everyone knows that summer movies are really shit.
Hmm.
And this came out in October, and it's like, you'd have Endgame in like April, and you'd be like, fuck, that's good. Then you have like a couple months of just pure trash, like Spies in Disguise, which actually
Spies?
Came out in December, but yeah.
came out in December. But, like, it's a lot of movies that are like that, and it's kind of just okay, cool, thanks,
Will Smith.
Tom
Yeah.
Holland. But
Oi.
then you get to Joker, and it's like, it's because it before it come out, it painted this like, obviously the Joker is a comic book character, and given how big Marvel and DC movies have been, or like people have hoped that DC movies have been good or want them to be good,
Want them
It's
to be
like-
better. Yeah.
I like how it made itself like separate it, because I think it was only Wacky Phoenix was like yeah, this is Joker. This is the guy that Batman faces, but it's like it doesn't. It stands on its own. It makes sure that it's like it doesn't rely on a cinematic universe or the fact that you need to know all this stuff about different characters. It's like everyone knows Batman, everyone knows Joker. That's the only thing you need to know. Just need to go into this. You don't even need to know who the Joker is. You could go into this experience without knowing anything about anything about this universe, and learn about Joker and learn about him, and you just get a whole different experience than you would if you would go to see a Marvel movie without having any experience with them before. That's what I like about it. It isn't a superhero movie. That's good.
I agree in the sense that it's sort of trying to take a different direction. It's definitely, I support sort of R-rated superhero movies that sort of try and do something different.
Yes.
Yes.
What was your opinion on the movie, Bryn?
I have mixed feelings about it.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Plot thickens because as soon as it came out, people constantly sort of kept telling me like, "This is you in the movie, Bryn."
Whoops.
Yeah.
This is you, and it's like, yeah, there's bits that are just like, yeah, the dancing and the comedy and the.
When he was always on Instagram as well. Yeah.
He's always on
The
Instagram.
famous part where Joaquin Phoenix says, "I've been told I'm passive aggressive." Cricket sounds like a cunt.
Yeah, I love that bit. But yeah, I think, and it does imitate like some Scorsese movie, or like, I think it's inspired by lots of Scorsese movies.
Well, yeah,
I do
he was
like.
initially going to produce, and then he's like, nah, don't wanna.
I'm gonna do Irishman.
Yeah.
Irishmans.
Todd Phillips, I don't trust you. I don't put my name on this.
Why don't you
I'm
trust
just speculating.
I thought you were just randomly not trusting Todd Phillips then.
He did. This is surprisingly competently shot, but like, I think
it's good cinematography.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's just people have complained like, idea-wise, it's kind of a bit, or like story-wise, it's been a bit simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of, he's trying to imitate sort of like proper movies and
it is
sort of
definitely
art
an
house.
indie film that is made by sort of like a film that's an arty indie film that's made by the guy that made Hangover.
Made by Broad.
So it's less subtle
director.
than
Yeah.
Todd
it
Phillips,
wants to be.
creator of Due Date.
Due
Due
Date and the
Date's
Hangover trilogy.
decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really. The one
It's
part
not
of
bad.
Joker that I don't like is that Zach Galifianakis isn't in it.
Yeah, that's a shame. He was meant to be the talk show host, but he was.
Between two friends.
Wait,
He was-
hold
yeah.
on.
Half a fleck.
Todd Phillips directed War Dogs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The fuck?
I didn't
With
think anyone
Jonah
directed
Hill.
that film.
No.
It just spawned itself.
The only thing I've seen of War Dogs, I think, is a clip of Jonah Hill. Like, he goes a bunch about people, and he gives them money, and then they don't give him drugs, so he just goes into a car boot and just shoots them.
Great.
Oh, all I've seen is when he was in France and some reporter just insulted him on their show. That's all I've seen in the film.
What, Todd
Not
Phillips?
even the actual film. No, she just insults Jonah Hill for being fat.
Ah,
It's like,
Jonah
oh.
Hill, you are a very fat man.
It's like I had
Big
this,
chubby.
You
I had
big
this dream
chub
the other day. I had this dream the other day, and you were in it, Jonah. We were talking, and you made me laugh, and it was wonderful. And then you invited your friends, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt in, and then you left, and everyone like starts howling with laughter, and he just like really looks dead inside, which is why I don't like the French.
Dirty French.
Apart
But
from
yeah.
the rapper.
Oh yeah, Orange by Lil Rapper out now.
Yeah, everyone
that's
listen to it. Andy.
Andy, listen to Lil Rapper.
That should be,
Yep.
that should be my music.
Please do.
Recommendation.
Not listening to that again.
No. But yeah, I like Wacky. I think the main thing I loved about this movie, or I think,
performance.
or at least, yeah, Wacky Phoenix's performance, because I think, yeah, he's one of my favorite actors, and then he pulled off and he's playing one of my favorite characters, and I think, yeah, and I think he sort of made it better than it was from the script.
Yeah,
If it was anyone else, it probably wouldn't have been like, whoa.
Yeah,
I've used what is my word of the week? Word of the week, whoa. But it's like,
yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix is a very good actor. Like, from all of his movies, most of them,
yeah. He's always good.
he's always good.
Yeah, because if you look at the script, it's basically like just a guy who just keeps getting beaten up a lot, and it's just like the world's against him. But like Joaquin Phoenix elevates it to like he actually did all the research, like the medication, the shooters, and
The weight loss
what
as
have you.
well.
yeah, the weight loss, like the laughing. He like had like multiple different laughs, and
he put basically everything he could into the performance, and it definitely shows.
yeah,
He always does though. He's always a very like passionate actor with whatever he's in.
and Todd Phillips let him sort of take control.
That's what I
which-
like as well, is because it's very difficult. You know, like George Lucas in the original like Star Wars movies, he would only let it be exactly how he envisioned it to be, and maybe that is why Star Wars became this like big thing. But I feel like it's always better to let the actors take the script and take the whole idea as a whole, and put their interpretation on it, bring it back, and like make it a group thing. Like give the actors space to take this character where they want to take it, along the lines of what the script allows them to do, which is what Todd Phillips and Wacky Phoenix did.
Yeah, I think with Star Wars, it's sort of trilogy-wise, it's sort of a perfect example of like both extremes of sort of letting a director do what he wants. So like Star Wars, that's kind of like the system of like a guy has a vision, and then the crew
vision
helps him elevate that and make it reality, but also sort of like question him. And the prequels are sort of like a man with a vision, but he's surrounded by yes men who can't tell him things don't work. So it just just makes boring. And then the new trilogy is just like bland committee-made movie without any soul. And
It's more like, what if, and then everyone's like, yes, put that in.
But yeah, I think, and yeah, Todd Phillips, he sort of,
it's the perfect balance. Having this idea, letting the actors do what they want, and still allowing it to be the movie.
He had a good vision of like, let's just do a sort of a small scale, less special effect orientated, just one character. And then imagine got a great actor. To go along with it. So
it was very needed. The Joker movie was needed, and because, like I said, it was more. You hear, like, say the movie hasn't come out, and you hear this. They're gonna be making a Joker movie. It's like Justice League had came out like not even a year before you heard this, and it's like, oh god, they're gonna make a movie solely on Joker, the last person we saw.
Not starring Jared Leto.
Yeah, it's like the last person who sort of played the Joker was Jared Leto. And it's like, oh fuck, this is gonna be terrible. And then it comes out as this, and it's like, it's different. It needed to be different to work. I think if it was your type of generic superhero comic film with its like 3 acts, or like main villain, bad guy, extended universe, end credits, stuff like that, it wouldn't have made it as impactful as it was.
Yeah, it did get memed to like the nth degree.
Which it was gonna get memed, and it was. Well, I've got a good question for you, Bryn. Actually.
Yes.
Before, like, just as the Joker had come out, there was a lot of media like bashing of the movie and how it was too violent, which was because of what I think was Dark Knight Rises or whatever it was.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
thing with Dark Knight Rises was
Dark-
everyone said like, oh, the shooting was a guy thought he was the
He was
Joker.
dressed
and
as
he
the
did the shooting.
Joker, but
He was just a guy with red hair.
Yeah.
And then it was just the biggest movie opening for ages. So yeah, he wanted a big audience.
It was pure coincidence. Yeah.
So people thought it was
What do you feel about the whole idea of trying to pull this movie down? What do you think the reason was?
The news needed a straw man to take down. They hadn't seen the movie. They made it out to be about incels. Made it about like violence. But when you think about it, it's just mostly about like mental health and like social class. When it comes down to it, it's not really about violence. If anything, there's very little violence compared to like big action movies where everyone's just punching each other all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people like people who do get inspired to do violent things.
It doesn't necessarily come from this alone.
Something's in life is gonna inspire them to do it or do what, or it's just like you can't just censor all media just to try and prevent all sort of violent acts.
But I feel like that's all very one-sided as well. Like, it's only the things that certain news outlets would say. It's like only video games or only the Joker movie. It can't be any other movies that they want. It can't be Endgame. It can't be anything else. It has to be this movie, and it can't be any other one.
Yeah, that's multiple reasons. Yeah. Although ironically, this movie kind of, even though this isn't like the only reason why someone would do something violent, but like this movie sort of portrays like it's only like the only reason why you'd do heinous crimes is like if you kept on getting beaten up all the time, or if like there was a class system oppressing you. Even there's probably there's other reasons.
It is the most realistic comic book movie.
Yeah.
By far. The one that I've seen. I don't know if there's.
Yeah. No, you might be right.
I really like Logan. That was a good argument.
Joker I found fun. Well, fun's not the right word, but it was. I found Logan boring, but I hadn't seen any of the X-Men films.
The middle of.
Oh yeah.
Middle to like. End middle of Logan, it was kind of like start dragging on
slow, whereas the end of Joker is the best bit, really.
Oh yeah, that's
when he becomes the Joker, that's the good bit.
Yeah, he stopped. Because he doesn't really rant it. You just you sort of see him becoming who he was.
It's very like you see it happen, and what I felt when I saw it, I felt very like fuck, like. It's something that you didn't want to see happen. Like, you knew it was gonna... For me, it's something I knew was gonna come. It was like, when it did happen, I was like, no, wrong, bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best bit of the film. I would have liked more if someone didn't send a meme to the group chat in which it spoiled the big "you get what you fucking deserve" scene. I wonder who that was. Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
Was Callum.
Yeah, probably Callum.
Yeah.
But it was still that's the best bit is the end. Whereas they do a good job at setting up why he does it, but it is kind of quite cheesy. Like those dudes on a train are definitely you can tell it's written by the with the subtlety of the Hangover films.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for what it is, it's very good. I know people are like, oh, it's very mainstream, and it has to be mainstream. That's what people want. But it's a good introduction to those sorts of films.
If it didn't have like the Batman franchise attached to it, I don't think it would have succeeded as much as it did.
No one would care.
No, yeah. It's just like, oh, this is just Taxi Driver and King of Comedy.
Yeah,
but less well done.
It's a good threshold into those types of movies as well.
Yeah, exactly. So if like a young, because I think if I exited going, if I was 14, the Bryn who used to just madly love Batman vs Superman, and I saw this movie, Like, I think this would have been, I would have loved it, and it probably would have inspired. It could inspire good filmmaking, or just inspire people to get into better films, or be more picky with the films they watch, and go, you know, I don't want another big blockbuster CGI film. I want a real film of real characters I like.
So it actually kind of did that for me. I know that like it's still a bit too early, but with the release of Jojo Rabbit as well, it's like that was a movie that I wasn't going to see, and then this was a good like start, because again it's like Taika Waititi, he directed Thor, and before that he was very good with like indie films, and Jojo Rabbit is still in like the same kind of theme as an indie movie, and it's a really good and it's a really different movie, and you can tell that it's like very tight. It's like Joker's what you'd watch if you want to get into stuff like that. It's like, even though they're different genres and they're different, like Jojo Rabbit's somewhat funny, and it's also a little bit like, it's a very sad and a very funny movie.
People have complained that it's tonally inconsistent, but I feel like I think it gets me where I want it. Yeah.
Which one's this? Joker.
Jojo.
Yeah,
That's the
that
big
was critically panned to begin with, Jojo.
Yeah.
Because
Hitler bad.
They're making fun of. No, they're not. They're making light of.
They're taking the power away from Hitler.
Yeah, I like the direction it went with it.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
No spoilers.
No spoilers for Cameron.
It's releasing digitally.
It does hit
soon.
really fucking hard though.
Oh yeah. We're definitely not gonna spoil. Yeah. Where it hits.
Don't just shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to shut up?
Joker's a good threshold into more indie type movies and more like insight. Like, I'm not sure what the message behind Joker is, but I know that there is a message, and I know that it gets you to think of more like, don't
treat people with mental health lesser than you.
Don't bully Kyle Curry as the lesson.
I think that. Just sort of empathy. Yeah.
It's simple. It's very simple.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And that's like, where it falls down. It doesn't really explore stuff that deeply.
But that's kind of the thing with indie movies, though. Very like they set their theme up and they explore that, and then that's really it. They don't try to like. I don't know if I'm getting at this right, but it's like what I feel separates indie movies from like mainstream movies, like actual budget stuff, is that maybe they literally can't afford to put more in the movie to like explore more like arching themes. It has to just be this one. Like they explore the one theme and most do it very well. And
I think you're a bit close-minded in your definition of indie film.
I feel like
I know what you mean. Like very, very indie film, very cheap.
Very cheap.
The one thing, sort of like short films in a way.
Yeah. That's the ones That's the ones I kind of mean.
Yeah.
But when you get to like Jojo Rabbit and other ones like them,
they
it's
have
more
room to explore.
There's much more room. Yeah. It's an indie film on a budget, like actual. What would you call an actual film? What would you call it? Like
a film.
Like a cinematic. Good film is like indie ideas and indie like ways of exploring films and themes, but on a budget of like a cinematic like proper film.
Blockbuster.
I think I think Jojo's a good example of that.
That's what
it's got a star-studded cast. It's got good sets. It's all.
That's what I feel Joker is like introducing. Is that type of mindset of bringing these like more, having the themes be more like consistent throughout the movie.
I'd say, well, I don't think it's the most radical. It doesn't explore very deeply into the mental health. It's more just like a caricature that pushes the message. It's definitely better than the message in Spider-Man Far From Home, where it's like, oh, fake news is bad, guys. It felt kind of cheap. That in most superhero films, when they have a message, hell, even Doctor Who nowadays, the messages are kind of
Fall off.
Yeah.
tacky. They're not really deserved. Whereas this, it attempted it, and for the most part,
Attempted
Got it right.
subtlety.
yeah. And it conveyed it properly to its audience. The
Mm.
audience going in, they don't want subtlety. They want to be told stuff.
Yeah,
Most
it was
of
broad enough. But
Yeah. It got people in a broad.
Yeah, it was able to let people think more, like about the film. I think is you come out of this film and you instantly go into speculation. What was real? What wasn't?
Yeah.
How can you tell which parts of the film actually happened, and what parts were in Arthur's head?
And you reflect on yourself and your enjoyment. Like, why did I enjoy that
See
scene
this
where
character
he killed a person?
be
yeah, because I was in the theatre I was in. I was with Isaac, and on my side I had a group of like middle-aged women who turned to me and said at the end of the movie, it was like, "Oh, that was really good, wasn't it?" I was like, "Yeah." I was a bit iffy about it. And on Isaac's side, he had a bunch of like bold builder, like bulky middle-aged men who were like loving it as well. So yeah. It appeals to everyone.
I had the first time I saw it, I had a bunch of like 13-year-olds who said that Arthur looked fat in one of the scenes. He's fat now.
When I saw it, I had sarcastic comments being made in my ear every 5 seconds.
Was that
Oh
me?
my God, Burgess.
Oh no, I said
No,
that
that
to
was
Ozzy.
Tyler.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not
I
bad
said-
here.
Oh, you were next to Ozzy. I was in between Ozzy and Tyler.
I just kept
I was-
leaning into Ozzy and kept saying Bryn every time something happened.
Okay, so guys, ratings. Cameron?
I'll give it a 3,
Ooh,
maybe a 3.5, 3.25, we'll say.
oi. I was gonna go with 3 as well.
Okay. I
bet
put
you
4 on Letterboxd
Yeah,
because even though I'm critical of it, I still
it's good. But
I
it's
do
not
I
great.
do love Joaquin in it. He really does
He elevates
pull
it.
out for me.
If it wasn't him, I couldn't really see it working with many other people.
No.
Especially as him and Todd were very hands-on. They
Mm.
whiff-waffed a few ideas between one another.
Yeah, they call each other in the middle of the night, going, "Hey, Todd, how do I do this?" Like,
Yeah,
well,
got an idea.
Todd,
for Joker.
help.
help,
Todd,
help.
Todd.
How do I
They're
act
in
crazy?
my house.
Big
Um,
It
Yes.
was good, but yeah, it wasn't a masterpiece. I wouldn't go that far.
No, yeah. So, guys, to our last segment, we've got some questions.
Wait, shouldn't
Right.
I suggest a film?
Oh yeah, sorry, of course.
Okay,
Uh,
so new release on Netflix. It's got the Sandman in, Adam Sandler, Uncut Gem.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
This is
I
gonna
noticed
be
that
fun.
came out. That'll be an interesting watch.
Also, I got to do some news thing for next week, don't I?
Yeah, just if you can't find anything, fake news is always allowed.
Fake. Killer Keemstar paedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We invite him.
Um,
on to
I'll
talk
find
about that.
something before next
And-
Friday.
and we're also watching Touch Up, my mother,
Listening.
listening to.
Fucking
So yeah,
you
so
stupid man.
if you guys
Let us
want to
watch the album,
watch
I
it
would like
decay,
to
Watch that
the mother
chicken.
mother.
watch the chicken.
Watch the chicken, mother mother.
Yeah. Okay, Joseph.
Question time.
Pick,
Oh, shit.
I've got 13. So
Ooh,
pick a number between 1 and 13. Don't say 14.
14. 12.
Okay.
ooh, risky.
Big.
Okay, this one's from Stephen from.
Scatman's World.
He says.
Oh yeah, great. So they have our full names and location. Grand.
Good job. Good job, Bryn.
Shit. Okay, sorry, Stephen.
Stephen from Redacted.
Or Stephen doesn't get his full name. released.
Steven redaction from
But
redaction.
Cameron Michael Keemstar gets released. Great.
Yeah. His question is, what is the shittiest religion?
Ooh,
Good
all
question.
of them. No.
Hold on, I didn't get the last part. That what's the shittiest what?
Religion.
Oh my god!
That's,
You sure we should answer this question?
The one that won't let us talk about it or draw their guy.
I will give you one. Heaven's Gate. The guys at Jonestown. They were bad.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Take
Those
that.
guys.
which ones
Oh,
were
I know,
these?
that's the People's Temple. Oh no. Who are the Heaven's Gate?
Church
then?
of Scientology.
Who have I just shit talked?
No, the
Heaven's Gate.
Catholics. Catholicism
Oh yeah, pedophiles.
is
Really?
the
I
worst.
think
Yeah,
the
all of
cult
them.
where the
Heaven's
Jonestown
Gate's still
massacre
a
where
cult.
he convinced everyone to take
Drug.
pop.
Oh,
so they,
Bryn.
so they all
Yeah.
died.
So I was just like, yo, Jonestown, guys, and I accidentally said Heaven's Gate, but don't worry, they also did a mass suicide, so I don't feel bad about shit talking.
Okay.
Yay.
We're
Apology redacted for Heaven's Gate.
Yeah. Take that, Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
You
Well, the Catholics they've been pedophiling for a long
It's been
time.
a bit questionable.
Yeah, some
throughout
of them.
history.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Not all
Bryn. You
Catholics,
can't just say
so-
all of them, Doug.
I didn't say all.
You can't, yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Bryn. Stupid Bryn.
I don't want to do a H3.
H. But yeah.
Yeah.
Catholics have been a bit weird.
Should we get
That
Jordan
did me
Peterson next week?
Yes.
Jordan Peterson.
Let's get Sans Undertale.
Okay, Cameron. Pick a question.
6.
So yeah. What?
6.
6.
6. Okay.
Scared.
It's also I probably also should mention that my dad was born a Catholic.
Oh,
I was born.
Same.
I was born. Yes, I'm just saying there has been paedophilia.
Yeah, but there's pedophiles in Protestant or
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's paedophiles in
Buddhism.
every big religion.
There's
Scientology.
paedophiles.
Scientological paedophiles.
Hinduism, there's
The worst.
It's just Callum.
Oh, great. Anyway,
I-
6.
6. This is
I
a
don't
question
know
from
which one
Ozzy.
that is.
If Corona is so good, why isn't there a Corona 2?
Wow, well that is an important
We're
question.
talking about the virus or the alcohol?
The drink. Corona 2. Let me look that up.
Or maybe if there was like different flavors. I've never actually had Corona.
Corona Renderer 2 for 3DS Max released. That's a good game, allegedly.
Hypothetically speaking, if it is the
Corona is Corona 2.
Corona
isn't it?
is Corona 2, yeah.
Yeah.
When you have your second Corona, that would be Corona 2.
Yeah,
but
this
then
is
again,
this is just
If there was another flavor of
Also,
No, it's
drinks
not-
don't technically kind of have sequels.
shut up,
even,
Bryn.
even look, say hypothetically, even though we know he isn't, he's talking about the virus. Is
Yeah,
it a
let's just
sequel?
ruin it.
Is it a sequel to the original coronavirus, or is it a reboot, or a remake, or a
I mean,
remaster?
This is still Corona 1. It's
No, it's a super strong version of the original.
okay, so yeah, it is a reboot.
I'd say it's a remaster.
If you see
Corona
Corona
begins.
as the enemy of the first Corona story,
Also, it isn't
and that's
that-
what gets taken down in the first one, and in the second one, it's sort of like Corona 2, bigger and
Yeah.
better, come back.
Corona,
Avengers.
Corona
Corona
2
Trigger.
Electric Boogaloo.
Corona
Yes.
Trigger. No, it's gonna
Corona.
get
Corona Sharknado.
Right,
go
that
to
was
the
a...
Corona's office.
Mm.
Okay,
Bryn, pick a question between 1 and another number.
that isn't 6 or was it 12?
Is it my turn
12.
now? Or is it
No,
Bryn's?
it's Bryn. Bryn should pick
Uh,
one, even though he knows what they all are.
Let me try and think of it unobjectively.
Just close your eyes and tap one.
Do you want us to pick a one for you?
You know, I'm just gonna pick one because who cares? I'll pick the best one to finish it off.
It's like this
You have to
question's
say it
from
out loud.
Bryn.
This question's from Bryn.
How are you so talented and handsome, Bryn?
Bryn, I love your voice. Please make more podcasts, Bryn.
Make more COD.
Call of Duty, Bryn.
Yeah, this one's from Harry, and he says, "What would you rather? Get your toes chopped off one at a time, or drown for a bit?"
For how long's a bit?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
very.
I
I'd have to
presume you
say
wouldn't
drown.
die.
I am feeling a
then,
bit
yeah.
thirsty right now, so yeah, drown would be the one.
Yeah, I've drowned for a bit in
Everyone has.
Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait.
it's
it's
survivable.
such a confusing question. Who drowns
were not-
for a bit?
You could be if you. Is it like you drown and you sort of go completely unconscious and you have to?
Oh,
go
okay, yeah.
We
That's
got
probably
5 minutes before this meeting starts. Let's drown for a bit and then come back.
What's your plans for today? Oh, I'm drowning at 11.
Yeah, just for a little
Back
bit.
up at 11:30.
You think that's bad?
Just for a
I'm getting
bit.
my toes cut off one by one.
Toes
Oh.
cut off one by one at 12.
See, that's painful and that lasts. Whereas
Yeah,
drowning, that's just
exactly.
like-
Yeah, okay. The drowning one.
No, but you could get brain damage from drowning.
Uh,
but that wouldn't really
like,
change
I
any
don't
of us
have
that
that already.
much. Yeah.
Okay, what about it's just one like your pink toe versus
Okay, yeah, then. Pinky
I
toe.
still-
I don't
Even
use a
though
fucking
I'd
pinky
hate
toe.
drowning, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
story I could tell. Family gathering.
But
I
what
would
if
do
I
the-
could? What if I could guarantee you'd get brain damage versus getting one toe off?
I would just get the pinky toe
Um,
cut off so I can tell people that I only have one pinky.
I can say I
toe.
lost it in the war or a
Yeah.
fight.
I am technically disabled. I only have 9
Oh.
toes.
Hey, it just ran away.
Bruh.
Okay,
Bruh.
then, yeah,
No,
but
it's
that's
bruh.
not the question, Bryn. I'd drown for a bit unless I got brain damage, in which case I'd. Once
off
again,
one.
the question's changed. You've changed it for your
Yeah, okay.
liberal
I-
agenda.
So for the
I'd change
original
the
question, it
choice.
would be drowned for a bit.
Yeah, because a bit makes it like really undermine the question.
If you just
And that
take
was.
too big a
Let's
gulp
just
of
keep in
water.
mind that Bryn said he was going to pick the best question, and that's the one that he chose.
Oh my
Steven
god.
sent a lot.
Oh,
Steve-
I'll save them for
Attention
other
seeker.
shows. But we already answered one of Steven's questions.
yeah, Stephen.
So-
One
Wanna-
question per go.
Okay, instead of news next week, can we just do a whole bunch of Steven questions?
We can have a Stephen time. Every other week it's Stephen time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time for
Well, if
Steven.
you've seen the other questions, you might be rethinking that.
I'm ready for
Yeah.
Sound like you're
So
ready for
guys, if
bed.
you have any other questions, please send us them.
Me?
Or if you have fan
Andy.
art,
Are you talking to me and Joe?
Fan art? Bryn, what? No.
if you guys,
Oh fuck! What have you done?
you guys
What?
have just little things sent to us.
Oh,
Um,
the chicken's
Bob's
ready, bud.
going off.
That's the alarm for the end of the podcast.
Oh
Um,
no.
It's
So-
about that time.
It's been a
It's
good.
about that
It's been
time
a good-
again.
I hope everyone's enjoyed.
Every one of you two people listening to this,
Us
Every-
and Craig.
Andy and Megan out of pity, and maybe Amber if I can force her to.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed. See you next
Thank
week.
you guys.
or-
I did enjoy it.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm glad.
Oh, damn.
Even though I'm really, really tired, Joe.
Same.
I was unresponsible of you.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Be more
I was
time
as-
savvy.
I was
I will.
asleep.
Next week I will be
Wait,
on
wait.
time.
Were you too busy celebrating Brexit?
Yes, I
Yeah.
made food.
Good.
That's my excuse. Even though I did that at like 8.
Yeah, well, it was too hot then, wasn't it?
Man's too hot.
That's too hot. Damn.
It's too hot,
Okay.
damn.
Damn, what a good
In conclusion,
podcast.
damn.
Goodbye, everyone.
Damn
See you next
Brexit,
podcast.
Joker.
Damn
Have a
Brexit,
nice
Joker.
week,
Goodbye,
everyone.
Next
everyone.
weekend.
Every single person of you.
Ah.
Goodbye and bazinga.
Just fuck
Okay,
us out.
I'll stop it now.
Yeah.
Craig, stop listening to us, Craig.
Craig, stop
Alexa,
listening.
turn off Craig.
Craig, fuck off. I don't know how to Craig.
Oh god. Craig, no.
Craig, stop.
Craig's the real MVP.
Oh, we didn't have a bit for Craig. Why didn't we leave a bit for Craig? Fuck.
Why did he ask a question